Very good evening, friends. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. Standing today on 12th October 2020, I am going to be covering a very important topic, which is pharmaceutical portfolio. And before I speak, let me remind you that like any other YouTube video, our YouTube video also having a description box. And in this description box, there is a paragraph followed by a link. If you click on this link, then you will directly reach to the free groups by Treasury Consulting, which includes which includes YouTube, Twitter, Telegram, Instagram, and many more. And also do not forget that we already launched our third YouTube channel, which is on motivation, and also our advanced equity valuation course, and our Mota Bhai Club is on now. When this pandemic started across the globe, somewhere January 2020, I don't know how to say, but the mess just accumulated over the period of time. And as we speak, which is 12th October, globe is having around 38 million cases. And from the last several days, I'm watching lots of discussion on the social media platforms, including Bloomberg TV and various other social media platforms, and especially European platforms, whereby that how this COVID would react in winters. Like today, during a discussion on a platform, we got some data that in Britain, in April 2020, the total number of cases were around 4,900. And now, as we speak, in the last week, the total cases only in 1 week around 14,000. Which means that, and we all understand that winters are around 30 days from now, which precisely means that winters will hit many countries of the Southeast Asia, plus it would hit US and Europe. And US and European winters are very, very hard. European economies are trying very hard to grapple with the debt issue. There is no doubt about that. And I don't want it to demean European Central Bank, but European Central Bank is, I'm not saying clueless, but finding it really difficult to answer it. Because money is definitely a constraint. Considering these regards, pharmaceutical portfolio is very important right now. But unfortunately, if I speak from an Indian angle, I think it is really very expensive. Like, we bought Thyrocor around 775 and currently it's around 1120 rupees something, which is precisely 42% up. And we really don't have any intent to sell Thyrocor. We will continue to hold Thyrocor. We have our own projections about that company. Being a listed company, majority of the information available on the public domain, and I think company doing decent. Now pharmaceutical industry is basically started giving benefits to the investors, in the sense like, number one benefit they are giving is the capital appreciation. So you speak about any stock, whether it is Biocon, it is Thyrocare, it is Newland, it is Glaxo. And by the way, I'm very bullish on Glaxo. I feel that Glaxo is really having a huge potential in pharmaceutical. I don't want it to use any other term, but I would say that Glaxo is, Ricky Ponting of Australian cricket team, a leader, So I'm just waiting for the time to come when Ricky Ponting will score a century. Of course, the capital appreciation part is happening. In fact, that capital appreciation is not restricted to the large cap, rather it is coming to the small caps also, which includes Markens, Zenotech, Nectar and all. Another beautiful thing which is happening is that pharmaceutical industry started giving stock splits, like the latest example is the Laurus Labs. And guys, Laurus Labs stock split is definitely I would say, jackpot for investors. And what would if after the stock split the stock started rising? So after stock split the stock came out around 280, and as we speak it is around 340, and our estimation is very high for Laurus. And the API based pharmaceutical stock, they are just like wonderful. And more importantly, many pharmaceutical stocks have started giving dividends also. In the last week, we got one company declared the dividend also. And our research suggests that we might have few pharmaceutical stock, those who decide to go ahead with the stock splits. Because stock split is one of the safest methods to give dividends to the investors. We will not reveal the name, who all the pharmaceutical company, but our research suggests that there are few pharmaceutical companies, those who are financially very competent, and they can go ahead with the stock split. But one thing I'm sure is that as we speak, and winters are just 30 days around the corner, and there is a hell lot of movement that started happening in the commodities market as well. In fact, a lot of pharmaceutical deals are also happening by private equity players across the globe. You can either check on the Bloomberg, Reuters, or Google. One thing I'm sure that majority of the pharmaceutical stock will continue to be expensive. I don't know how you people term this. Few people term this as price to equity ratio. I term this as PEG, price to equity growth ratio. But whatever way, this expensiveness would continue. And I might not be surprised that few hospital stocks, those who are already 600 rupees up compared to where we bought. Example, we bought Metropolis at around 1500 rupees, and currently as we speak it is approximately closer to 2000 compared to the high of I think 2180. Now it is bit down. I might not be surprised that few selected hospital stocks even cross 3000 probably by March 2021, because expensiveness is definitely here. You people gauge expensiveness from price to earning ratio. I have different methodology to gauge expensiveness, but fundamentally speaking, I think probably 1 month from now, maybe more, maybe earlier than that, it would be very difficult for any retail investor to enter into the pharmaceutical stock, because it would be way above as far as the expensiveness is concerned. So guys, we have very limited time left for that, and unfortunately I also keeping an eye on one pharmaceutical stock. It is not coming in my radar, but I'm very hopeful that it will come in my radar, because American elections are 20 days away precisely, and this stock is having lot to do with American elections, but it is literally out of my radar as of now. And I really think that this pharmaceutical sector will continue to grow. Unfortunately, there is no sight of the vaccine as yet, and different statements from people are saying, someone is saying June 21, someone is saying December 21, and being such kind of statements are coming. So we need to be very, very careful. But we also need to understand that pharmaceutical stocks are having enough firepower to keep the stock indices up across the globe. We are also, before I close, keeping an eye on potential merger and acquisitions that may happen in pharmaceutical stocks, and we foresee this because I think that there are many pharmaceutical companies in US, those who love to have collaborations with Indian pharmaceutical companies as far as the distribution is concerned. Because I don't want you to name, if I know many, because we research on many pharmaceutical companies and we found out that their distribution ship in India is extremely limited, and Indian pharmaceutical companies distribution ship is very big, very, very big. And I think such operational partnerships may possible somewhere in Q1 2021. I term this as operational partnership. I don't term this as intellectual partnership, because intellectual partnership means when an American company who makes vaccine or a kind of vaccine will share the logic or the formula with the Indian company so that jointly they can sell in India. That is why I don't term this as intellectual. I call this as an operational partnership. Our hedge fund research desk is keeping a very strict eye on these kind of partnerships, and we feel that we have already identified 3 to 4 partnerships which may happen. And of course our clients will take up a call much earlier than these partnerships. But once again, I think the pharmaceutical industry is now moving in the next direction, and that direction is, even with the highest price to equity ratio, price to EPS ratio, the partnerships would continue. And this to me is the next phase. Of course, the 3 things that would dominate in next quarter would be the stock splits. We see 2 to 3 stock splits. We see 2 to 3 partnerships. And more importantly, we see direct or indirect involvement of private equity players in that. That's all about our opinion on pharmaceutical. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting. You know our WhatsApp 9818485155. Before I go, let me tell you guys, our advanced equity valuation course is up and coming tomorrow, first phase. More importantly, the Mota Bhai Club, the detailed video of the Mota Bhai Club is available on both YouTube channel is on. You're welcome to join that. And guys, situation is turning very, very tricky. And I think, too much action is happening around. But once again, we need to digest the maximum information we are getting from Bloomberg and Reuters and different social platforms. Have a good time. Talk soon.